Today, we will explore the principles that unlock a vibrant life and discuss the art of self-healing through fundamental aspects of holistic health. Joining us is a special guest who not only embraced a healthy lifestyle, but also dedicated herself to inspiring others to feel good, energetic, and nurtured. Our guest is an entrepreneur, the co-founder of SOCELERY, and a committed holistic health coach.
My name is Clemence. So I'm the founder of SOCELERY and a holistic health coach. And actually, my journey started in 2018, I would say. I was working in hospitality, very long hours in restaurants. And obviously, my health was going down and down and down as I was taking responsibility in hospitality. And then when the COVID hit, I think everybody got this, awareness of what is going on. Like, am I doing the right thing or not? And that's the time where I decided to actually focus much more on myself during this break of, we didn't have guests, so we couldn't go to the hotel, right? And that was a time where I literally focused on myself. And after 5 months, I could see the amazing result already. And I say, okay, that's maybe the path I should follow because I've been into it for a few years already. And I think there is no better than start with yourself before helping others.
Can I say that maybe the major point in your life that had you shift your lifestyle? Was it stress?
Stress.
Stress.
Yeah. So I started to lose my hair.
Really?
Yeah, we did a hotel opening here in Dubai, and it was very, very intense. I enjoyed my job. I loved it. But it's just like, it's at some point when you don't have time to eat, you don't have time to sleep, it's affecting your personal life. And there is a moment where you need to find a way.
So I'm sure you feel much happier now, much relaxed.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very grateful for my years in hospitality. It taught me a lot. And I think without it, maybe I wouldn't have been able to become an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
But I'm very grateful to now focus full time on my health and helping people, guiding them at least in their journey.
What are the specific health impacts that are often attributed to the regular consumption of celery juice? Okay. And are there scientific studies to really support these claims?
So the celery juice movement was invented by Anthony Williams, aka the medical medium. So that's how I found out about celery juice.
Okay.
And I would say that there is more than 200 symptoms and conditions that can be treated with celery juice. Okay, so it's a lot. So why celery juice? It's because the celery contains very specific mineral cluster salt that actually help the body system to kill the bad bacteria and viruses in your body, and at the same time help the good bacteria to thrive. Okay. So that's the reason why celery juice is very powerful. If you read more about, obviously Anthony Williams talk a lot about, more in details about all the benefit, but that's the main thing. With this cluster salt, it can help the inflammation in the body system. And then it helps to alkalinize the body as well, the pH of the body. Okay, so that's the reason why those cluster salts are very, very specific to celery juice, and that's why celery juice would be a medicinal drink, basically. Okay. So I would say in terms of condition that you can treat, the most popular one, let's say like, general like digestions, any skin issues such as psoriasis, eczema, acne. You can have blood pressure if you have high blood pressure that can help to regulate as well, cholesterol, anything related to digestive and bloating, and many, many, many more. I would say chronic illnesses, autoimmune disease. So if you learn about autoimmune disease, a lot of people say, oh, the body is attacking itself. And we don't know, like general medicine would say, we don't know, what it is about, and they can't find a solution. If you read more about Anthony Williams, he will say that actually the body cannot attack itself. Second question where you ask if there is any medical studies about celery juice, there is none.
None.
The celery juice movement come basically from him. And he said that basically the medical science haven't discovered yet those mineral cluster salts that he's talking about in the celery juice. But eventually, if they start studying them, they will find out the reason why it's working so well on killing the viruses in the body.
I mean, it's not even available in terms of pills?
I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so. You might find supplements that have celery, especially in Chinese medicine.
Okay.
There is a lot. They use actually celery roots and celery itself. So you would see if you read, the supplements, you can find it there. But as pure celery juice, it's the way to actually drink it to make it
Interesting.
healing and powerful. Yeah.
Okay. So,
So it's there is some contradiction, some people say, oh, there is no medical studies, and but it's interesting because Anthony William has a page where actually people share about their journey, and you can see actually a lot of results.
okay. Great. Okay, fine. That's very interesting. But so we can also claim that has there been maybe experiences to maybe confirm that it has really resulted in
He has millions of people who have done testimonial about their journey. You have actually very famous people as well. If you have his book, he has like some at the beginning, people write about about him and about their experience. And you have, you have actually Hollywood stars in the book. People have tried it.
Okay.
So you can see if you follow his page, you will see all the people, journey about, very severe condition. And they would have, they went to general doctors. They say, oh, there is no way you can treat this. And they were on pills for years and years and nothing was changing until they actually decided to try this celery juice movement and all the cleans that Anthony Williams offer on his books.
You've hit on the right word. It's actually a movement. I've done some research
Exactly.
myself, but just in your opinion, why is it still, let's call it undercover? Why is it not? Why is it so? It's like niche. It's only for celebrities, certain people. Is there?
I think people need to educate themselves, and unfortunately, in the society of today, we would rather sell pills to people than natural things. It can be very easy for you to heal. I'm not saying easy, but it can be very affordable.
Okay.
But it's always better, for
The alternative approach.
Exactly,
the
like
natural
people
way.
would.
Once you recommend this type of juice, I'm sure there are guidelines and recommendations for safely incorporating this celery juice into a balanced diet. And is it really safe for everyone to regularly drink celery juice?
Yeah, so I believe celery juice is safe to everyone, except if people have allergy to celery, which can happen. So then I would not advise it. But it's pretty safe for everyone. We can start with babies from 6 months onwards with 30 ml of celery juice. So it's like a little, pipette of celery juice that can be beneficial from them. Up to we increase the dose as they grow. And then from 11 years old, you can have actually a 500 ml of pure celery juice. So 500 ml of pure celery juice is the recommended amount to have those benefit like for this healing drink to work.
Daily?
Daily, exactly. So we advise, if I show you the bottle, it's writing on the sticker, we advise to drink it on empty stomach. So first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And obviously to drink the 500 ml as possible. I like to be very flexible with things. I don't like when it's very, strict. Definitely the 500 ml throughout the day. Some people feel, oh, it's too much in the morning. I can't drink this. Take it easy. Drink 1 glass, and then if you can't drink the 2 glass, the bottle is approximately 2 glasses.
Is that on an empty stomach?
On an empty stomach. So if you follow the cleans indicated by the medical medium, if people have very severe condition, they will go through, the whole process. He advised to drink lemon water first. Because the lemon water will, clean the toxin. When you sleep, the body is processing the toxin. So it's good to drink this first, clean the toxin first, and then drink the celery juice afterwards. So wait about 15 minutes, drink the celery juice, and then wait about 30 minutes to an hour before having food.
Okay. I read somewhere that it's even you feel fulfilled to a point that you might not even want to eat until for a few hours.
Yes, it's sometimes it's true. Actually, that's why as well sometimes people assimilate it to weight loss because they will, instead of eating something in the morning, they would drink the juice and they will, oh, I'm full for some times, and then it's already, midday, and they would actually have their lunch afterwards. But I always say if you have the need to eat after the juice, please do so. It's not supposed to replace any meals. Okay, it's really, as I would say, a medicinal, portion that you would drink separately from your meal plan.
So if you're referring to this as let's say a medical alternative. So is this a habit that I can continue for the rest of my life, or this it's only like certain times of the year and then you have to stop it, go back again? Is it
So when it concerns, I have a lot this question. I mean, people come with this question: how long do I need to use it for it to work? I like to say that we are very bio-individual beings, right? So everybody is different, and everybody have different condition. So I would say that it's not because you don't see the result yet that the celery juice is not working. For one, because let's say you have acne for years, you can drink the celery juice for 3 days, your acne will not disappear for sure, but it's definitely working as killing the bacteria, the Epstein-Barr viruses in your system. So the celery juice is working by itself, but the result will take time.
okay?
Then in terms of how long you should take it, it's really, again, some people I drank it almost 2 years in a row. I would say 4 times a week. I would not say every day, but about approximately 4 times a week. And that was great for me. Then I didn't feel the need. And now I actually do it as, let's say, a week per month, just to keep it keep it as a prevention.
Okay.
But I could do it every day. It really depends. I really like to tell people, feel what feels right for you and don't try to follow, a system. But if you're trying to heal very severe condition, you need to be consistent and you need to do it on the long term.
You need to work on a plan as well.
I would say if you look on testimonials, I would say people with eczema, psoriasis, this kind of condition, it can take up to about 2 years for them to get rid of the condition,
Okay.
to be condition free. Like there is no more issue with the skin or no more rash coming on, on the body.
Okay.
So
Celery juice. Tell me more about the preparation and also the consumption. And why does this differ from the usual regular juices that we have been raised upon? We always learned about lemon water, about ice, about green tea, about carrot juice. What sets celery juice apart from other
the
juices?
others.
Yeah.
So people always say, but I drink celery juice. I drink green juice. I drink a lot of green juice. Sometimes I put celery. It's fine. Or I don't put celery, but there is kale and spinach. And I say it's great. It's amazing. It's very healthy. Keep doing it. But if you want a healing drink, not a healthy drink, a healing drink, something that will heal condition, like really severe things, celery juice is very special. Why? Again, because of those mineral cluster salt that I told you about.
Okay.
That helps the body system to thrive and kill. It's like the mineral salts are like shield and weapon against the bad bacteria, right? Or viruses. So if we go more in details, you will see that many health conditions are actually caused by 2 or 3 viruses that are exactly the same. There is different variation of them, but they all come from the same thing. So that's why the mineral salt can kill those specific viruses, and that's why it's very special. But I would say if you drink carrot juice, amazing. There is benefit in carrot juice as well. If you drink, I don't know, we have other juices in the line because I feel as well some people feel like celery juice is too like they cannot drink it. Let's say the taste is very specific. I say let's go gradually. I started my journey by doing cucumber, apple, celery because celery was just too much for me. I couldn't drink it straight. So so I always like to bring alternatives that are healthy, that are a little bit healing. But if you really want a healing drink that will help you in your health journey, celery juice is the one, is the master, the top, the best, the superpower drink.
Great. But, about taste. So in case, I'm someone that I'm just too, the taste didn't really, wasn't so welcomed. Can I not shift to eating celery instead? Or is that not?
It won't have the same benefit, unfortunately. The juice, when you juice, basically it removes the fibers and then all the minerals go directly in your bloodstreams. That's what makes it so, powerful. Okay. You would have to eat a lot of celery in order for you to, get the benefit of a juice. And even in eating it, I mean, like people eat great food and they sometimes have health condition because the body is not assimilating, it's not getting the nutrient from the food they eat. That goes directly in your bloodstream. There is no way you cannot, get it.
Interesting.
So that's why it's very powerful, and that's why it needs to be celery juice, like juiced. People do like smoothie. Smoothie will not do the same as well. Like really, the juice itself is the secrets, the healing secrets.
I know you said mineral salt as
Yeah.
well, but what are the full ingredients of this juice?
Literally pure celery.
Pure celery.
So you have a juicer. There is two ways of doing celery juice. The first way, the juicer. And so you have your celery, you cut, the bottom part. You remove the leaves. Okay. And then you clean the celery, you dry it, and then you put it in the machine, and that the juice will come. That's exactly what is inside this bottle.
That's it.
Do not mix it with anything else. People sometimes mix it with water because obviously you need a lot of celery for one bottle.
Okay.
If you mix it with water, it will actually dilute the juice. So it will actually dilute the benefit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So as well, some people are like, oh, I like to drink, with ice. Don't do ice because again, ice is water and then it starts melting and it dilutes the power of the celery juice. So it really needs to be pure. Pure, pure, pure. If you want water, have your lemon water before, have your water after, no problem, but don't mix it with the juice.
What if I mix it with other vegetables?
You can, but then obviously it will take away a bit of the healing benefit because celery needs to be by itself alone, to work against the bad guys.
Okay.
But I mean, it will still help you. It will still be beneficial for your body.
Okay. But in general, it's better just to drink it alone.
Exactly.
Right in the morning on a fresh, clean stomach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Empty stomach better. And again, if people, I was saying, if they cannot have it all in one shot, you can wait, before dinner. Usually you don't, before dinner, you don't have food, let's say you eat your lunch at 1 p.m. and then you're going to have dinner at 7 p.m. 5:36 is a good time to have the celery juice because your body is already, you had the food quite a long time ago. You digested the food from lunch. You're going to go into dinner, so you can have it at this time. It's as well a possibility.
Is it also optional to have it before I go to bed?
Yes, as well. Especially when it's Ramadan.
Okay.
We have a lot of people who fast and want to keep their juice journey. So they actually do it at night. They would break their fast normally. And then before going to bed, I would say 2 hours after food, you need to kind of relax a bit before drinking it. And then you can have it.
I can see you recently introduced 3 new flavors to your menu. Well, congratulations. If you can please give us more information about the organic ingredients of each of the flavors here, and if we can also read out the names.
Yeah, sure. So we had the celery juice and we had the Easy Green. That's actually over here. So Easy Green came just after. It's cucumber, apple, celery, and that was an alternative for people who couldn't drink the pure celery juice. So we wanted to have something that is a little bit more sweet for people to start with the taste of celery, but not it was a kind of easy way to start the journey, and great for kids as well. Smaller bottle.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have decided to introduce the thyroid healer and the brain soother. So the thyroid healer, as you can see, so it's celery, apple, cilantro, and ginger. And all those recipes come as well from the Medical Medium book. He has a book about the thyroid. So he recommends, obviously, celery juice, first thing for thyroid issues, okay? But then you can sustain it with another juice, which is this one.
Okay.
Why? It's because as well the apple work as an anti-inflammatory, so it helps a lot. It calms the system down. The cilantro is the same. It will help to kill the Epstein-Barr virus. And the ginger is a great vitamin C, has a lot of vitamin C. It helps to assimilate the nutrient as well in your body. So a combination of all of these can really help as well if people have a very severe condition and want to take it to the next level. So some people will just do the celery juice and it's fine and it will help. But some people want to really go deeper into the cleanse, and that would be one of the juice that Anthony William advised on his book.
Are you planning to introduce any more flavors?
We will see. We actually thinking to maybe do meal plans.
Okay.
So really, have your juice delivered with food, because we can feel that some people will go for the celery juice, but if they don't know yet how to eat really well to help their condition, it can be, it's great to start with the celery juice, but they could have an extra help if the food was really proper.
Okay.
So that would be maybe the next step for the journey. But we can introduce more juices. He has many juices options, so we can always add to it.
Any of these juices were maybe feedback or recommendation by your subscribers or customers?
So we had the celery juice is the best seller. And it's because it's very popular as well. The celery juice movement, I mean, it was is famous now. But we have for the two other that are working the best, I would say the thyroid healer and the brain soother. So the brain soother is actually apple, cucumber, celery, and fennel. So it's more, the cucumber helps to cool down the system. This cucumber is very hydrating. It's a natural electrolyte. It really helps to hydrate the cells at a deeper level. So it really helps to, a lot of people get stressed. We were talking about the stress and the impact that it has on our health. So the brain gets really affected with that. So the cucumber helps to, cool the brain down and relax, and helps you to really cool down. So that's very important for relaxing. And it helps again with the apple, apple is an antiviral, and helps to soothe the system. Celery, the mineral salt that helps to kill the bacteria, and the fennel helps as well.
So completely two good natural combination of apple and celery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great combination.
Great. Okay. Well, fine.
And
so
all ingredients are organic. The idea is to keep it clean for everyone. I would say if people cannot drink organic as well, to not like, I need only organic. No, if you can't find organic, you can clean the vegetables, and it will be, it's fine. It's still better than not drink anything. So I like to say, even if celery is one of the vegetables that would rather be organic than, non-organic, I always say it's always better to at least drink something, have the celery juice, even if it's not organic, clean it properly, dry it, and then you can have it.
Great. At SOCELERY, customers can select from a variety of different packages online, and they can even enjoy a door-to-door delivery service. Tell us more about these packages.
So that's what makes SOCELERY, I would say, SOCELERY, is that, as I told you, my journey, people, I was working and people wanted to try, and they were getting tired of actually juice, and they're like, after a month or, a week, sometime after 2 weeks, they're like, no, I can't do it anymore. The celery smells very strong, so this juicer would smell, and then they get fed up with it. So the idea was like, how can I make it for people to drink it? And their first idea was like, we put it in supermarkets. And then I was like, I come from hospitality background, luxury hospitality, where the service is there. And I was like, why don't we actually make programs where people can order and they will get their fresh delivery delivered every day to their doorstep? So they can create a new habit without having the hassle to, do the celery themselves. So that's why that's how SOCELERY started. So we decided to do different program lengths. So it's the same juice, it's the pure celery juice. We started with pure celery, but people could try. So we had 3 days for people to try, see if they like the taste, if they can drink the juice, and see how they feel after it. Then we did 7 days. So we call it energy boost, because after 7 days, you will definitely see the increase of energy. Some people say like, I don't need my coffee anymore. Like I feel like great.
Oh, okay.
So it's very interesting. Then you have the digestive fix, 2 weeks. Because I believe that after 2 weeks of drinking the juice, you will definitely see a lot of progress in terms of digestions, bloating. It's no question asked. And then a month was the cleanse up, because then you really want to start, cleansing your body. On longer program, it's really for people who are really dedicated to do a cleanse and really heal a condition. And then we have the 90 days, 3 months, which is so healing, because people, they are into it and they want for longer period, because they probably have a severe condition to work on. So that's how we work. So we don't sell an individual bottle. It's only programs. And the idea is to have people on longer term programs, because that's when they will see the benefit. And for experiencing myself and having, knowing people who did it as well, I know this is the way forward. And that's why I would rather keep it on programs than just sell one bottle when people want to order one bottle.
Do you define the programs for customers based on a certain evaluation or assessment, or?
No, not for the celery juice. People ask questions, so we are here to assist them if they have any questions. Some people come, I have this condition. Again, I say we are not doctors, and any information shared on our website or on the Instagram, or when people ask us questions, is directly coming from the Medical Medium book and website. We don't take risk. I mean, I just want to make it clear. Some people say, it works for me, it doesn't work. I say it's fine. We're all bio-individual, but that's, there is no secret when they ask us the recipe, what is in the juice? pure celery juice. If you can do it yourself, we are more happy than for you to do it. The idea of SOCELERY is the service. We do the service of doing it for you so you can stay consistent on the celery juice.
Your holistic coaching program, Reframe, Recharge, and Reignite, is based on 3 concepts, as I understood. Can you elaborate more about how this program can support individuals to really improve their lifestyle and health habits?
Yeah. So the idea behind this program is to really help people, as I say, reframe. Some people have idea of health. Everybody is different. So for someone could be healthy, for another it will not be healthy. So we try to reframe and put everybody back to, what is health in general. Then recharge, because the program will help you to recharge your battery. We include the celery juice as well in the program, so people will get a delivery every day of celery juice. And then reignite, because then you will feel like, oof, after doing the program. The idea is to really help you to, to glow and to feel great in your shoes and in your body. So there is 3 concepts, and those 3 concepts are bio-individuality. So everybody is different. Something that could work for me could be poison for you, and something that could work for you cannot work for me. So the idea is to really understand who you are and what are your needs. The second concept is primary food. The primary food is not the food that you have in your plate, but whatever else nourishes you outside the food, which is relationship, career, finances, home environment, spirituality, joy. There is, many areas of your life that can impact. And I believe I call it primary food because they have a much greater impact than actually the food you eat. And I like to say that because I say when you are in love, people in love, oh, I don't need to eat, I'm so in love. And, you skip meals, it's okay because you feel great. That means this relationship is nourishing you. You feel nourished from that. Some people, when you stress and underwater with work, either you stop eating or either you overeat. You have something is not going well and you react to this. So that's why I like to call it primary food, and we call it primary food. And that's part as well of the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, where I did my certification. And then we have the secondary food, which is the food you eat. Okay. So throughout the program, we will go through those 3 concepts. It's based on those 3 concepts. You by your individuality, who you are and what you need. How is your life? All those areas that I mentioned, how they are, and can they be improved? Like, can we do better in those areas? From 0 to 10, how do you feel in your career? From 0 to 10, how do you feel at home? And then we try to make sure that actually you reach closer to 10 than 0. And then obviously that will have an impact on the way you eat. But again, we give keys on how to improve the diet.
Okay.
The way people say it. Yeah.
Thank you for the elaboration. Appreciate that. Okay, next one. How can nutrition coaching help individuals identify and address imbalances in their diet? Okay, and what signs or symptoms might indicate these type of imbalances?
So when I start the program, that's where we have a form, a health form where I will ask a lot of questions about general health in general, like very generic, how they sleep, how is the diet, what do they eat, if there is any, medical condition in the family. So it's very general to understand a bit more about the person, if they smoke, if they drink. And then from there, we can actually personalize the program and see what the person needs. Throughout the program, I will ask people to, tell me what they eat. So send me pictures and, to really be details or journal about the eating habits. So we can really identify what are the things that might be improved, that needs improvement. And again, we look at bioindividuality because someone who is an athlete will have different needs than someone who is not an athlete, Some people would want to lose weight. Some people don't want to lose weight. So we'd always need to take this in consideration. And that's where we look at the goals. What are you looking for these programs? Somebody's like, oh, I want to lose weight. Okay, so why do you want to lose weight? Because I want to look good. Why do you want to look good? So we try to really go to the why. The why is very important. And so many people comes and they don't know exactly the why. It's a very not superficial why, but it's like, oh, I want to look good.
I mean, you will also guide them on how to set that goal, I guess.
Exactly. So we really go deeper. For some people, it's very clear and they have it and it's fine. But so many times I can see that what they think is the problem is actually not the problem, you know?
Okay.
So that's why we need to help them, you know, on asking questions and making them comfortable to talk about them and to go a little bit deeper and deeper in terms of, you know, of level of your why, of the why.
Do you usually ask for medical tests?
I don't ask for medical tests. If they are followed by a practitioner or something, I always tell them to check with the practitioner before doing any changes. But I mean, the suggestions we give are very holistic. So I mean, you know, adding a bit more vegetable in your diet shouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I would never recommend any medication or anything. I always try to go very natural. You know, if we have had clients who had panic attacks, and they're like, I want to stop the pills. I'm like, okay, let's slow down here. You know, maybe you will be able to at some point, but you know, if now it's helping you to control this, let's keep it, and then let's find a way to, you know, slowly removing it. But I would not advise someone, oh no, you need to stop all of this. No, that's not the way, you know. So we really go holistic, and I want the person to really try to understand themselves and not look outside. Because the problem of now is the society, we have so many marketing all around us with so many options. You can go to so many different diets. And if people don't really know, they will try everything. It's like, oh, my friend tried this. It worked on her. I will try it. But I tried and it didn't work on me. So, you know, they feel like, oh, something must be wrong with me. No, it's not. It's just that you might be different. So let's try to find out who you are and what you need in order for you to improve.
So these are customized coaching programs?
Yes, very, very customized.
Okay.
Even if there is some exercise that we will do that will be the same for everyone, but to define who they are and what they need. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Definitely, if I'm someone who if I lived a very, let's say, unhealthy lifestyle, and I decided one day to shift to something better, I'm definitely going to go through psychological barriers, obstacles. How can these obstacles be really effectively addressed if I really have taken that decision to make that shift?
I believe you need support. Everybody needs. So having a great support system behind you. And that's why the health coach is very important. It's not that we're going to tell you something that you don't know. Maybe we're going to give you some info because we studied it, you know.
Yeah.
But we are here to help you to stay accountable. And I think accountability and having a support system behind you is the best thing you can have in life. If you look at athletes, they have coach behind, they have a team behind that helps them. Yeah. So I think it's really, really important. And then if you really decide to take the decision to do something and you have someone to help you out, then you can go ahead. It will not be easy. That's why the program is, so it's a 3-month program. I like to do it on 6 months. We offer 3 months, but the idea is 6 months is great because people will, you know, it's waves. So they start the program, they feel so happy and the motivation is there, right? So motivation, you can do a lot with the motivation, but then eventually there is something happening in life, I don't know, like a situation, and you kind of start to feel a bit like shaky. The motivation is not there anymore and you need determination. And that's when the health coach or like the support system can help you to stay on track, you know, because it's often the case. So 3 months, they feel great. And, you know, and after maybe a 4th month, there is something that comes and they're like, they lose, you know, control of what should I do? What should I do? So the program on 6 months is really to help people to have the tools that when things are a bit shaky, stay focused on yourself, stay determined, have this, I would say, disciplines, and things will
Okay.
you can go through anything.
Okay. So definitely never do it on your own.
Yeah.
Try to
And some people will do it on their own and it's fine. But as well, like take it day by day. Don't small steps, you know, don't try to change everything in one go. It will never work. Always small habits. And then when you look back, like, oh, I actually changed a lot. And that's why celery juice, like, you know, so celery is it's a small habit that you put just to drink 500 ml of juice every day.
Okay.
And just see where it can lead you, you know.
So, what role does stress play in driving unhealthy behaviors, and what strategies can be employed to manage stress in a healthier way?
Yeah, stress is it's a very big problem of today. I mean, when you live in a city like Dubai, where it's always, you know, 24/7, it's going fast. There is a lot of competition. It's never stopping. You need to be on top of the game all the time. Of course, stress is there. It's very present. But I believe it's a self-work that you need to do. People need to really learn to focus on themselves and not focus on the outside. So really recenter on them. And again, it might be cliche, but the breath work and meditation are great tools. I know some people say, oh, I cannot sit still. It's very difficult for me to. There is ways. There is way to start. There is, you don't have to do it for an hour. You can start with 5 minutes. If it doesn't work, maybe just go for a walk. The small thing that can really help to clear the mind, not clear the mind, but to help you to really center on yourself. When you're not center on the outside, you center on you. It's way easier to control your stress. And why people get, overwhelmed, it's because they get the outside world get into their own world. Okay. So it's very important to learn those tools, those techniques. And, we start small. It's, again, small steps. If you cannot do it in the morning or during the day, maybe you got overwhelmed at work, you shouted at your boss or your employees or whatever is the reason, it's okay. Then go at night and maybe find 5 minutes to just do this exercise of, okay, I'm laying down for 5 minutes and I just focus on my breathing,
Okay.
And that small habits, at some point, it will reach a point where the moment you are about to, lose control and stress on someone, or can be whatever it is, or like the situation is stressing you out, you get, sweaty hands, or you will realize and be like, oh, okay, let me breathe, So it takes a lot of work, it takes time, but that's always say it's like a little seeds that you plant. Do the work. Do the work every day. Get those 5 minutes every day. Do it, like reduce, as a part of your schedule, as something that you need to do, as a task. And you will see that it will help you. And maybe it will take a month, maybe it will take 2 months, maybe it will take a year. But if you do it at some point, the moment you feel stressed, you're like, okay, nobody's dying here. It's okay. Let me breathe and things will come back.
Tell me, I've heard of the phrase emotional eating. What's emotional eating?
Emotional eating is when you are overwhelmed with your emotion, overwhelmed, and then you would actually, the first reaction will be on food. So you actually eat to not focus on what you're feeling, I would say. Okay. Let's say I'm extremely sad, then let me just eat. I feel bad today, I have the right to eat because I feel sad. That's emotional eating. Okay. Some people will do it with shopping, emotional shopping. I had such a bad day, let me buy something, I need to buy. And they will go and buy and feel better because they buy. But the problem is that the emotion is still there. It's not treated.
So they think they can overcome the emotion by just following a very bad habit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they kind of justify it because they're not feeling well or great that I can do that. But I feel often it's like putting a Band-Aid on a wound. The problem is still there. So it's really important to treat this. And that's in the program, in the health coaching program, when I have people with emotional eating, we go through deeper and deeper. When they eat, they need to journal how they felt when they eat this and what was the reason that led them to go to this food, to really understand the pattern. There is a lot of pattern, and it can come from childhood sometimes. From, I had a client, it was because her parents didn't allow her to eat chocolate and sweet when she was a kid. It was not allowed in the house, and now she goes crazy with those things. Okay. So there is a lot. It's very, there is a lot that can be linked to emotional eating. And unfortunately, it can be not so bad for the person, but sometimes it can be really, really, dangerous and go to deeper problems. So it's a very important topic, I would say.
Okay. In one of your posts, you stated the following: people have lost total common sense with their food intake. They eat junk and high-processed food and take pharmaceutical supplements to compensate. What do you think is driving this type of behavior?
The society, the way we live our life, people don't think for themselves anymore. They get so influenced by everything around them that it reaches a point where they stop thinking and, they follow the trend. When, again, you're working super long hours and you don't have time to eat or cook properly at home, then you will order anything. You will feel guilty, like, oh, it's okay, I'm going to take my supplement. My hair are falling, it's okay, I will take the hair supplement, it's fine. Maybe your hair are falling because you are overworked and because you're not eating the right food, and in just changing your food and setting boundaries for yourself, you will not have this problem, Okay. So I feel people really need to go back to, okay, let's start with it's easy to take supplement and you can do it, but I'm not sure it will give a solution to the problem. Because the root cause of the problem is not, it's the lifestyle that you have. So it's very important to come back to the root cause first, if you want to have long-term changes, like long-term results. So that's why, I mean, I often observe people in supermarkets, you know, like what they buy. And it's not I'm not judging. I really don't want to judge people because we all come from different background, cultures, you know, we are not raised the same, and not everybody's interested in health, and it's fine, you know. But it's interesting to see how people act nowadays.
Okay.
You know, they want a beautiful skin, and they all go buy these super makeups and, you know, and all those trends, and it's natural and blah, blah. But then you could actually not wear makeup if you would eat properly. Your skin would be amazing, you know. So it's like small, you know, small thing that.
Small habits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. You also in one of your posts you claimed as the following: skipping meals will not help you lose weight. Okay. But why not? And what's the alternative approach?
Yeah, so I had a lot of my female clients skipping meals, and I like to explain them that the body is a machine. Okay, a machine to function needs fuel. Okay, you need to fuel the machine. If you start to fuel the machine once a day, and then the other day you don't fuel at all, but then you do it the day after 3 times a day, and then, you know, the machine will start to get rusty. It doesn't know when to work, you know, like when are you going to give me something for me to work? The body system is the same. If you start, like I have people going for the cleanse with the celery juice, oh, I'm going to stop eating and I'm just going to drink the juice. Please don't do this. You're going to affect your, like, it's really bad for your body. Your body will not understand. It will react to this stress. It's a stress. So you give it food, then you stop, then you give it extra food, then, you know, it needs balance. So fuel the body. The machine needs fuel to work. The body needs food. Eat meals, eat your meals, but eat clean, eat proper. If you eat your 3 meals, you will feel great. If you have all the nutrients that you need, you won't feel like you need to eat more food or anything else. You will be very, you know, sustained from that. So it's very important.
I also learned that sometimes it's good to even have up to 5 meals a day.
Yeah, and it depends. Let's say athletes, you know, who do a lot of sports and, you know, they want to gain muscles there, they need maybe sometimes to eat actually more meals than that. And the body will start to process properly. The body will know how to digest the food and process. So it will be way faster for the body to work and actually eliminate.
Okay.
So it's very important. I feel like if to lose weight, you can reduce the calories, the calorie deficit. But skipping meals, I don't believe in it at all.
Okay.
And then if some people don't eat breakfast and they actually start their first meal at 11, 12, then it's fine, you know. If it's like the way you have been functioning the whole time, that's not a problem. But if someone say, oh, I'm skipping meals because I want to lose weight, and normally you actually have this meal, no, let's start from somewhere else.
Thank you very much. This was very insightful. I really enjoyed this podcast, and I hope our audience also have found a lot of educational information that they can use. Yes, a healthy lifestyle is not just a trend. I believe it's something that we all have to follow. It becomes a must now, and we have to really balance our stressful life and our habits as well. So yes, I agree. Small habits.
Totally agree.